Alright. Had to recover you. Try something out real quick. Apparently, stay close to the robot. Don't stray too far. Don't be too far behind. Don't be too far ahead. Nope, that didn't work. Well, let's try turning everything to low detail. Low detail at least until I get past this. If I can. Past the bridge. Well, I'm past the bridge, so make a new save.
Obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by photonic resonance barrier. Probability of mission hindrance: 0%.
You can get killed really easily on this part. Ow! Fuck. To not be crippled. Are you sliding across the ground? Oh man.
Communist target acquired.
Where's everybody?
The last domino falls here.
Oh, okay, she's here.
Ow! Is a preferable alternative to communism.
Oh, there you are. Ah.
Communism is the very definition of failure. Tactical assessment. The last domino falls here. Impossible. Engaging Chinese invader. Communist detected on American soil. Alaska's lethal sharks engaged will never fall to communist invasion. The last domino falls here. Communist detected on American soil. Lethal force engaged. Alaska's liberation is imminent. Communism is the very definition of failure. Democracy will never be defeated. Death is a preferable alternative to communism. Significant obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by enhanced photonic resonance barrier. Established stratagem inadequate.
Quick save.
Revised stratagem. Initiate photonic resonance overcharge.
Back. This is it.
Watch your spacing! Colvin, I want fire on that target now! Concentrate your fire! Keep firing!
What the heck? What about him?
Keep firing! They bleed just like anything else!
One for you, and one for you. What's the passcode? Well, it's been in your notes since the very, very beginning.
Hold on, Jonas. I need to record this first. I don't really know how to tell you this. I hope you'll understand, but I know you might be angry. I thought about... Hold on, Jonas. I need to record this first. I don't really know how to tell you this. I hope you'll understand, but I know I'm off to Vault 112 to search for anything of bronze that might help me get this purifier up and running. All I know is that it's west of some place called Evergreen Mills.
Right here. 216. It's the quote that it keeps saying. You will see how it says a fountain of the water of life freely. So it's 216.
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this.
You lost.
I beg to differ. The Enclave is at the height of its power. Once this facility is operational, the masses will flock to the Enclave for fresh water, protection, and a plan for the future.
Raven Rock is gone. Eden checked out. You've got nothing left.
The American people are worth fighting for. The future must be secured. I won't let you stand in the way of that.
This isn't the way to do it. More fighting will just make things worse.
And what would you have me do? Let you have everything I've worked to build? Let you destroy it all?
Yeah, you're going down.
If that's...
I just wanted the experience. Thanks. Vats, you turned on as soon as the guy was out of my view. What are you doing, like hugging me or something?
Just like anything else. Well, that takes care of that. By now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secured. Dr. Lee, it's Sarah Lyons.
I'm just gonna take all your stuff. Hope you don't mind. Still have my party hat. Wait, no, that's not my party hat. It's the guy from Lamplight.
I'm in the control room. We're both here. What's going on?
Oops.
The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tank. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. and whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws?
Nope. I'll do it.
You're going to have to be quick about it. If the radiation is bad enough, you won't have much time. I won't forget what you've done here. No one will. Thank you.
Believe it or not, you gotta do this quickly.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child, selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. But it was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer learned the true meaning of that greatest of virtues: sacrifice. Stepping into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity, the child followed the example of the father, sacrificing life itself for the greater good of mankind. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The capital wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the lone wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war
never changes.
War never changes.
Now this is the DLC, and I've never seen the DLC where he actually lived.
After all this, to be left in a state like that? Careful now, careful. Don't move too quickly. Everything's fine, you're safe. You're in the Citadel. I was starting to think you might never wake up, despite assurances to the contrary. I've been coming down here every day to see both you and my daughter. It's good that at least one of you has recovered.
Where's Sarah? Is she okay? Now, I've never seen the DLC. I never actually played Anchorage.
Yes, she's fine. Oh, she will be. I appreciate your concern for her, but really don't worry. You've been through enough.
What's going on?
It's all right, you're safe now. You're in the Citadel.
There was some sort of energy spike as the purifier started. You and Sarah were knocked unconscious and brought here to the infirmary. We've been watching over the two of you for days. I'm glad to see it's paid off.
What about the purifier? Did it work?
Indeed it did. The tidal basin is full of fresh, clean water now. We've been working to see that it's distributed to as many people as possible across the wasteland. In fact, I'm hopeful that soon we won't be referring to the wasteland any longer. None of this would have been possible without the efforts of both you and your father. I doubt we shall ever be able to truly repay you.
That's why I like Fallout 4, because it's pretty cool, because you can actually see in Fallout 4 how things are flourishing more and more. You can see at the beginning of Fallout 3, people were begging for water. Water itself. Everything was radiated to a point where life was almost unsustainable. And now it is sustainable.
Yes, we most certainly did. Between your help in destroying their headquarters and their subsequent defeat at the Purifier, the Enclave was thrown into disarray. Liberty Prime has been assisting our forces in removing any remaining Enclave forces.
How long was that?
Just about 2 weeks. Don't worry, we've been taking good care of you.
What happens now?
Well, that's really up to you, isn't it? The Brotherhood has a clear plan of action. The remnants of the Enclave must be swept away. The Pride has been working to this end ever since we took the Purifier back. The only remaining question is whether we can count on you to help us.
Any way I can help?
Indeed. We can use every able body available to us. To that end, I'm going to circumvent our standard recruitment procedures and declare you a Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. Before you do anything else, please speak with Scribe Rothschild. I'm sure he'll be pleased to see you again. He can brief you on the details of the last few weeks, as well as where our efforts are focused now. I understand that you've been through quite an ordeal, but the sooner you can talk to him, the sooner we can put an end to all this. Talk to Scribe Jameson. She's right here, to see that you've...
Death from above.
Oh?
Oh, really? They're coming from Vault 87.
Vault 87? Where you found the Gek? We've never been able to penetrate the radiation surrounding that area. This information is invaluable. Well done. My child, you seem to have learned more in the past week than I have in 20 years. As you know, I had my reservations about engaging the Enclave. They did not directly attack us, and I believed we had time. Time to be cautious. Their assault on the Purifier forced our hand. We had no choice but to engage them directly. And once that engagement was begun, we could do nothing but see it through to the end. If they had not considered us a threat before, they do now. So, we have spent the time since you and I last spoke, systematically locating and destroying every bastion of Enclave force we can. Liberty Prime has proven far more successful than any of us could have hoped for. The Brotherhood has taken over control of the Purifier, and is managing distribution of the water to the people of the wasteland. If you travel there, speak with Scribe Bigsley. He's heading up the on-site operation. Please be careful.
I don't get it. If you were stuck in the future and everything's like so like disarray, or what do you call that? Dystopia? Dystopia and stuff. There's no like clean water anywhere. Like, how is she like looking so clean? How? How? Shouldn't everybody be covered in grime and hair growing all over the place? Even on the women?
Roger that. Need something, friend?
Man. I put it on like low detail. Low detail, and it's running so smoothly. It's actually kind of nice.
Something, friend?
It's tons better. That was horrible. I could play any other game on high resolution, but this one's just having so much trouble. I swear, they must have just tacked it on, like, didn't make sure it actually worked. 'Cause now it totally works correctly. So far.
Hail.
We'll see. We'll see how well it does.
Welcome. Well, it's good to see that you're on your feet again. I assume Lyons is immediately throwing you to the wolves? Has he told you what's been going on while you've been resting?
Nope. You said you'd give me the details.
Well, Owen does have quite a bit on his mind lately, as I'm sure you can imagine. This is the first time the actions of the Brotherhood have affected him in such a personal manner. Please, step over here. I'll bring you up to speed. I'll give you a brief history of what's happened over the last few weeks and what's going on now. As you well
Couldn't
know,
let me step
this
closer
all
so I could
began
hear you
with the
more clearly?
Enclave's occupation of Project Purity here. Thanks to you, their main headquarters here was utterly destroyed. They then suffered a second defeat at the Purifier. Based on a combination of intelligence and field reports, other Enclave locations throughout the wasteland were found. Cut off from their leadership, it was expected that their forces would be in complete disarray. This has not been the case. Based on data and tech gathered from these locations, we've determined that the Enclave forces are still maintaining remote communications. We isolated the transmissions and found their origin point, an old military installation in Rockland, to the southwest. Our advanced scouts have checked over the area, but no easy access to the facility was found. So we're making our own access point. Paladin Tristan is leading the team setting up forward base in an old car tunnel near the site. Once he's settled, Liberty Prime will be deployed. Prime's directive is to neutralize their defenses and create an entry point for the team. The team will move in, eliminate any opposition inside, and cut off their transmitter. Any relevant data should be brought back here. Now, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, close a distance.
If there's anything else you'd like to know, I'll tell you what I can. Otherwise, Paladin Tristan will be waiting. I'll alert him that you're on your way. Performance is exceeding all our expectations. He's been especially effective against the Enclave's vertibirds, for which we previously had no counter. We're fine-tuning his programming as we go, but on the whole, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's as I always suspected. Prime's real issue was energy management. And when Dr. Lee helped us solve that problem, well, the rest was easy. It was determined that the Brotherhood should directly oversee the Purifier, so as to prevent any mishaps. Scribe Bigsley was placed in charge of the operation and is directly overseeing our efforts. Not really. No.
Alright.
Could I? Yes. Will I? No. Go see Peabody or Bowditch. I'm afraid you're asking the wrong person.
Jeez, why did your tone get so mean?
Predominantly because the Elder won't like some of what I have to say. But fine, I'll discuss it. What do you want to know? Well, that depends on who you ask. Lyons will tell you it's because we're protecting the poor, innocent people of the capital wasteland. Most others here will tell you the same thing. They'll do anything for that man. No, not everyone. But for a variety of reasons, those who disagree are no longer with us. What? We arrived here in 55, established ourselves in the Citadel within the first few months. The Elder has kept us busy since then. What? The Brotherhood of Steel is bigger than what you see here. We're only a small division, you could say. But that's a bit of a sore subject around here.
Why is that a sore subject?
Much has happened in the 23 years since we left the West Coast. Our mission has changed in that time. The changes have not all been pleasant, and have had significant repercussions.
What kind of changes?
We were dispatched with a specific mission. We were sent to locate and secure any technology remaining from before the war. Like our robotic monstrosity. That was our greatest find. Damn thing still doesn't work, but at least it's ours. But those damn super mutants, they changed things. Lyons changed. He decided they were a threat. Not just to us, but to everyone. And so he altered the mission. Finding the source of the mutants and putting a stop to them was his goal. Our original mission became an afterthought. We've failed both. You're an outsider. I don't expect you to understand. We live and die by our dedication to the Brotherhood. To go against orders, it's not something that's done. I appreciate that Lyons believes he is doing what is right, but he should never have disobeyed orders. And now look where it's gotten us. Forces dwindled, super mutants on one side, Enclave on the other. We can barely take care of ourselves. What? And so...
Need something, friend?
Black things. I'm talking real trees. Brown bark, green leaves, photosynthesis, all that good stuff. Now what if I, the all-powerful three-dog, Bow Wow Wow, were to tell you that somewhere right here in the capital wasteland is a place with lots of trees. A veritable oasis of green in that depressing sea of brown. Look, it was years ago, and I may have been experimenting with Jet at the time. But I'm telling you, it's out there. Until next time, this is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio.
Yeah, there's actually a place called Oasis. You actually see in actual trees. What was that? Did you just drop from the sky? You look like you're hurt. It looks like he's really, really hurt. Dusk, huh? Alright, let's see. I gotta go all the way out there? The fuck? How am I gonna get over there then? Guess we gotta make it then.
What's up?
What's up? You tell me. Nope. Be nice.
Yes, that's locked. And yes, I can see you eyeing it.
Where's the bobblehead? Sitting here somewhere. Unless I already got it. Nope, there you are. It's essential to give your arguments impact. Oh, fuck. Sorry, Sheriff. Shit. Sorry, Sheriff.
Coming with the clouds, and every eye shall be blind with his glory.
There is a way to see if what you do has had an impact. You look at stats, go to general, go all the way to the bottom, I think. Interesting. I thought there was something that said like bounty. There we go. Let's put that away. Put the missile launcher away. Put whatever books I can find away. Stuff that I want to keep. Okay. Also, the lighter you get, the faster you can move. So it's kind of good that I got that stuff off my back. So I can move a lot more easily.
War is our salvation. It is the very symbol of Atom's glory. Let it serve as a reminder of the division that has occurred and the resplendence of the promise of our division in the times to come. Give your bodies.
All of us here thank you for everything you've done. For us, for the wastes. We pulled together and got you this. It's the best we could do. Please take it. With our thanks.
Hmm? Okay.
Certainly. It's the least I could do after all you've done.
Thanks.
For in the division, we shall see our release from the pain and hardships of this world. Yea, your suffering shall exist no longer. It shall be one.
Ah. Well, that was it. I mean, it completed the main storyline. There's all this other stuff that I could show. Hmm. I guess it's not open yet or something.
How are those hot little potatoes? Or whatever. You know what I mean.
Hey, I still gotta do the Wasteland Survival Guide.
What do you...
There we go.
Good hunting. See...
Don't try anything.
Hey there.
Alright, let's continue on our way.
Thirsty, partner? Try Moriarty's.
Fly! Putting stuff on low resolution. Sure is kind of strange. Is he carrying a rocket launcher?
Stop moving around so much.
Whoa, combat shotgun. It's much better than a sawed-off one. In fact, I could probably use that. No, I used to use that inside the buildings. Close quarters. It works out very, very well. Now that I'm done with that mission, I could probably turn up the graphics again. Try to deal with it again. Because it runs so much better like without it, but as you can see right now, I cannot see the enemy until I zoom in. That's no good. Also, everything looks very, very, very bland. Now that I remember, this is how the Xbox looks. So yeah, they must have did like a lot of improvements and then all forced it down. They must have done like a whole bunch of improvements over the original game, but then not make sure that it works. And how can you? Across all the missions and all the areas. But it's so weird that everybody said they had a problem with that that mission in so many ways. Mostly what I was going through. And nobody had any solution. They were like, oh, I have the same thing. Well, anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I hope you have yourself a good day, and this is Sweet 2 signing off. Love you.